Let this kind of be an hour of listening. More importantly, hearing and understanding. The trade that we are suggesting here is certainly between a couple of philosophies. One, the progressive thought that if it feels good, do it. And there's a range of philosophers who've gone down that particular road, from Spinoza to Descartes and Aristotle. You just list the Kierkegaards that live, and the Stephen Hawkins, and right on down the line to where Machiavelli said, do it to them before they do it to you. This is where our structure system in government and education seems to be thriving from. Now, I'm going to bring you over here to a book that is so incredible. It took me years to really find it, but the freedom that it brought me is what I want to talk to you about. One, it is called the Torah. It's called, in Hebrew, it is the character of God. And he goes through a number of analogies where it's not only the truth, but it's the water. It's cleansing and the ability to cleanse your body, to go to someplace else, to have that moment where you're forgiven, and then you're trying to meet people at their point of need. It's an entirely different situation. And with that is freedom. That freedom that knows that you're clean on the inside and your spirit is clean, allows you to hit limits that you've not seen before. And I hear so many of the Christians, they talk about it. Well, they're going to talk about Jesus. Well, I'm here to tell you that they talk about him in one breath and they don't live by his instructions in the next breath. And we wonder why we are called hypocritical. Is our language doesn't change, the way we dress, the way we act doesn't change. And when you walk and you read the Torah, it is a book of instructions on how to live on this planet in this time. How to really be a benefit. And when I look at that, the question is, only a fool will say there is no God. And that's kind of the typical thing. Well, I want to pose this question. Maybe it's the fool says there is a God but doesn't live by it. Maybe that's the fool. So it's with that we want to present what's really in this plumb line. What's in the Torah, which is a book that from the Hebrews was hidden from them. Nehemiah talks about it. The scribes hid it from the people, but when they heard it, they loved it, and they got up early in the morning to read how to live, how to treat your fellow man, how to treat widows, and dietary instructions that are there for your benefit, and the promises that we are made by correct foods, physical foods, correct foods for spirituality, and all at once that little gift that I showed earlier opens up a venue of promises that are kept. And I think that is so important for you and me to understand, is that they're kept. They're there for yours and mine. And every culture has its code of ethics, if you will. And the code of ethics that we want to describe here is one of reaching out and helping and being responsible, being a good listener. Once that's achieved and you can be invited into a person's life, because I think that people are not really enthused about being sick. But what is being offered to them is a host of chemicals, a host of cover-ups, and we're suggesting to you that if you clean the inside of your body, according to good science, stuff that can be resolved, and you can understand that live things beget live things. Dead things can't make something come to life. And the idea of repairing cells and rebuilding cells and giving yourself a new look at life, one where your skin becomes really wholesome and your mind clears because of the ability to clean the brain by proper sleep and proper rest. So when you look at us as a company, we simply looked at that and said, okay, what is it the body needs that he's not getting in his foods and what he's listening to? And we built a product called Nefesh. Be pure. that meets all of the physical needs of cleaning, creating energy, creating the oxygen to the cell, suppressing diet, all naturally, to where we could cause the body to be a fat burner. And once that's done, your energy levels goes to the ceiling, your clarity comes back, you sleep better. What a great thing. And the Mitzrayim that we call, it's our sleep aid, it's designed to meet the GABA and the glutamate needs, balance that in the brain so that you get into a deep REM sleep. Once you're there, a crazy thing takes place. Since there's no lymph system in the brain, it's designed to shrink upwards to 60%, and a backwash of cerebral fluid comes through that brain and cleans out the amyloid beta plaque, giving you a fresh start the next day, taking away the anxiety that we are living in, and giving you purpose. What a promise. Now, wouldn't that be kind of a handy thing to recognize that in the sleep mode, all kinds of things take place. You lose weight, you regenerate systems, and you don't do it unless you get into a good sleep. So we're going to provide that in a simple, organically derived combinations of things that allows you to get into a deep REM sleep. Steve Wilson at the Nefesh, give us a look, give us a call, 970-260-1740.